Hello, my friends. This is the podcast that brings the wealth of knowledge, expertise, and fun of Twin Smoke Shop, New England's premier smoke shop, right to you, wherever you are, whenever you want it. And that's not just blowing smoke. You can find us at our website, notjustblowingsmoke.com, and be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Not Just Blowing Smoke.
Cool breeze in my head, bittersweet smoke flying through the air. It's the way I feel, smoking on a fat cigar.
All right, everybody, that was Jeff Pitchell's Fat Cigar you were listening to, and that means it's time for another exciting episode of Not Just Blowing Smoke, coming at you live from Twin Smoke Shop Studio headquarters here in Londonderry, New Hampshire.
724 Lounge.
From the 724 Lounge. Be sure to subscribe to us on Podbean, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, iTunes, Google, or wherever you get the podcast from. If you're watching live on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button down there so that you don't ever miss a thing. I'm Pastor Padron. I'm here with my co-hosts, Nick and Dave.
Yo. What up?
Dave's back this week. We're glad for that. Grateful for the hacks who helped us last week.
Absolutely.
With the show. So
Sorry.
they're actually sitting here watching.
Yep. It was fun doing with those
It's
guys.
like they're hoping that you don't show up, Dave.
Hey, sorry, Tool comes first.
Tool comes first.
Tool.
That's just. I don't really know what to say about that.
Well, they're like almost 20 years older than me, so who knows the last time they'll come around, you know?
Well, if they're anything like the Rolling Stones, you got 30 more years of concerts out of you.
That's true.
Yep.
Those guys are the Rolling
And they
Stones.
put on one hell of a show for being in the 60s, let me tell you that, man.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
I'm dude. Oh, these guys are energetic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, their drummer is
Is what?
the drummer is as good as, if not maybe even better than Neil Peart from Rush.
Whoa!
So they're when the drummer Taylor Hawkins passed from Foo Fighters, Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson for Rush were there, but Peart was already passed.
Yeah.
So their drummer was Dana Carey from Tool because he's the only guy who can play Rush correctly. So it's like
YYZ?
it's like he's a man. Man,
He's a man.
Is it YYZ or YY?
You can say Z or Z. Z's more Canada. The YYZ is the designation of their airport in Toronto, I think.
That's still in
wrong.
Canada.
Yeah, well, that's the how like
So
every
it's YYZ.
airport has
YYZ.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is awesome.
Well, it's Thanksgiving week, so we're smoking some stuff that we think would be great to smoke on Thanksgiving. And the cigar we have chosen is the Aladino Sumatra limited edition Toro that came out this year. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a once-a-year release from Aladino. So once you get your order, that's it. For the next 12 months, they're all gone.
How many boxes we ordered, Danny?
I don't recall.
8?
But
It was like 8?
8 or 10 or something like that. And great cigar. It's a Honduran Sumatra wrapper.
Yeah.
And then Honduran binder filler. They're not saying anything specific about it. The whole blend, other than letting you know that it's a Sumatra that they've grown there on their farms at JRE Tobacco. They're not saying anything. It's a undisclosed blend. It's a Toro. It's a 6x52. And we are pairing it with another thing that is, I think, worthy of Thanksgiving, the Zacapa 23-year.
A little dark rum.
Zacapa.
A little dark rum. Mine looks a little light dark. You guys got like really dark. Can you give me another one?
I'm a rum guy.
They look the same
I
to
like
me.
rum.
I think you're smoking crack.
A little bit. Smoking Sumatra.
Smoke a little bit, a little Sumatra crack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what are you guys picking up from the cigar before we get into conversation tonight?
A lot of spice, which, I mean, is not a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Little
I
nutty.
mean, it's an Aladino, so you're going to get it.
Little nutty, like some creamy nuts.
Yeah, creamy nuts.
Nutty, cedary.
Yep. Nutty, cedary,
You get
spicy.
that. Well, you got the Corojo tobacco in there.
Smooth.
It's
Yeah,
very,
it's
very,
very
smooth.
smooth.
You
Very
can tell the
creamy.
tobacco is very aged.
Oh yeah,
Can you not?
It's got some
You can-
richness in there.
There's some
Well,
definitely.
You can get that musty must. You know?
Don't we love that musty must? It's a must to have the must.
Because it's got that tang that it leaves on your tongue, you know?
Tang on the tongue.
Tang on the tongue.
Doesn't everybody
Tongue
love
tang.
tang on the tongue? I particularly love tang on my tongue in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I
So you
mean,
smoke
That's what
one of
she
these?
said.
I
Smoke
mean,
one of these? Smoke one of these.
maybe. I don't know.
Uh huh.
I don't know.
Mm.
You know, so having a little tang on your tongue in the morning.
All right, that's it. We've
beautiful
beat,
thing.
that horse has been beaten to death. All right. What? Okay. All right. A little soundboard action here from Finger Happy Dave.
Oh
So,
yeah.
What do you guys have planned for Thanksgiving this week?
Well, Nick, you can go first because Dan already knows what I'm doing.
I'm going over my grandmother-in-law's house.
In-laws.
Yeah, you're going over
Yep.
with some of your turkeys that you have had running around your yard.
No.
You're gonna chop them all up. Put 'em in
No,
a
so
pot.
we didn't do any turkey.
cook
We didn't
'em.
do any turkeys this year.
You didn't
man.
do any turkeys
No, we
this
didn't do
year?
any turkey. No, we
What?
didn't
Are
raise any
you having
turkeys.
chickens? You taking some of your
No.
chickens out of the pot?
No.
Yep,
Chickens,
yep.
The chickens do not leave.
Come here, Polly.
The house.
It's your cake.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to
I'll
grab
take my-
some eggs from you, man.
I'll give some to you.
I
What
need
the
some
fuck?
eggs.
Yeah, exactly. What the cluck? No, we didn't raise any. We didn't raise any turkeys this year.
Is that to prep for the
Peacocks.
peacocks? Yeah.
Yep. So, I told the wife I gave her the go ahead. So, we were looking. We're gonna be. Yeah.
Peacocks.
I gave her the
Peacocks.
go ahead.
Plural.
I gave her the go
Plural
ahead.
because you have to.
I know you have to have more than one. So you have to.
They
have
were already on the way. I gave her the go
I
ahead.
gave her the go ahead. I gave her the go ahead. Yeah, I did. I
Yeah.
swear. So we'll end up getting some next year.
In other words, he agreed.
When it gets a little bit, when it gets a little bit warmer, we'll be receiving them. We're gonna get probably some adolescents, so we're not gonna go with chicks because doing baby chicks and raising them and having them with outside in the run, they're very susceptible to diseases.
Yeah.
The young chicks, when they get
Yeah.
older, they're a little bit more protected. They get a little
Yeah.
bit more hardy. So,
Yeah.
so we'll end up doing that, and then I'll get some pictures and videos.
Hardy
and-
cocks.
the hardy cocks, man. You gotta have hardy cocks. So
What is wrong with you guys?
Danny
tonight?
is like,
What is wrong?
stop, shut up.
Oh my gosh!
You gotta have hardy peacocks.
Yep.
You have to have the peacocks hard.
Whatever you say, nicotine. You know, there are only a few tickets left to our Toast Across America Cigar Family Charitable Foundation event. Do you want to talk a little bit about that, Nick?
No, I do not.
You don't?
Let
Why?
Dave talk about
Let
that.
Dave talk about it.
Talk about it.
No,
He wasn't on the
Okay,
show
so
last
tickets.
week.
So tickets are $100.
Yep.
All right, you get the cigar tasting across America with it, which is what
The
two
pack,
cigars
yep,
a pack,
yep,
two
yep,
cigars
the
in a
sharp.
coffin. All right. Because of that, you get invited to be able to take part in some. What's the word I'm looking for?
Sales.
Not sales.
festivities?
Yeah. You know, they're going to be auctioning off boxes.
There's going to be auctions. There's going to be
raffles.
there's gonna be
You're gonna have-
raffles.
You know, Kurt's bringing out some of the opus that he steals throughout the year. So
He
you'll be able to
steals throughout the
well,
year.
nobody else sees it, so yeah. The guy,
Well, he buys
Well,
it. Well,
well-
he's not stealing anything. He's buying
he's
it.
stealing it from his
He's
customers.
just he's not he's being very selective on what he puts out. Put it that way.
So, yeah, though it's if you like opus, you need to come.
This is
Well,
the event.
There's
Yeah.
only like 4 more tickets left. So
Yep.
if you're watching this and you want a ticket and you want to come down, call the shop. Obviously not right now because the shop's closed. Call Danny in the morning. He'll be able to open
Anytime from 9 to 9.
9 to 9. Give
Yep.
us a call because they are going quick.
Yep.
Like I said, there's 4 left, and I've had a couple people call today, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna call." I'm like, "Hey, well, don't sleep on it because you think that you're gonna have time, and you're gonna call on Friday or Saturday, and there's not gonna be anything. So
Yep. So you're gonna come. You come here.
Is that
You'll
going to is there going to be food and libations and stuff with
There's
it too?
going to be
or?
food with that. There's going to be past hors d'oeuvres from Red's restaurant. They do a great job with hors d'oeuvres. I know what they're bringing. I'm not going to say what it is.
food.
It's really good. And
There will be omnoms.
it will be. Yep. There'll be pairings that are offered. The proceeds of which will also go to benefit the Cigar Family Charity Foundation. And people who come to this event will have the lounge and the bar to themselves from 6 to 9 p.m. next Monday, the
That's pretty
27th. And we'll have exclusive access to purchase our massive selection of Opus and Rare Fuente and J.C. Newman cigars. And also the opportunity to take part in raffles and auctions for special Fuente and Opus stuff. And all of those purchases, the proceeds of which are going to go benefit the foundation, which is really, really awesome. It's a great charity. All the overhead is covered by the Fuente and Newman families. So every dollar that's donated to the charity goes right to the main work. It goes right to the people who need it, the way they need it, where they need it. And I love that. If a charity, gives, if 10% or so of every dollar goes to overhead, that's like wicked awesome.
Yeah.
The fact that 100% is going to where you want it to go, that's freaking amazing. I've seen the work they do. It's fantastic. The stuff they do with kids, with education, with medical, with community building and community services, and it's just amazing. So, you're supporting a great cause. You're helping the community where these cigars are made, and
Even
you're
more
getting
important,
you're getting to enjoy some exclusive stuff that is not going to be available to the general public. So, like Nick said, there's only a few tickets left.
Yep.
Once they're gone, they're gone. But that's going to be fan-frickin-tastic.
Oh yeah.
And then, you also should know that Twins is going to be closed on Thanksgiving Day, the 23rd.
For Turkey Day, baby.
Yep.
That's
so make sure you get all your cigars by the 22nd. Because we ain't going to be open the 23rd.
Nope.
Nope.
Yep.
So come on by. Come on by Wednesday.
Yeah. Hump day.
Now,
day.
Friday,
Friday we'll open.
We'll be open regular hours, baby.
Black Friday. And we're not opening any earlier than
we're
9
not
o'clock.
opening any earlier,
No,
but
no.
we are going to have some Black Friday specials.
Yep.
Yes.
We'll be playing Christmas music all day. Dan's favorite stuff.
Yep. Yep. The holiday music will be back. Oh, my.
Joy.
But there'll be some great specials there. So, men, if you need to be dropped off somewhere,
Daddy daycare.
so your wife can go and do shopping,
Yep.
Twins is a great option for you. There's going
Absolutely.
to be fantastic deals. We're going to have a buy two, get one table. There'll be a lot of awesome deals for cigars. Buy any 2 cigars, get a third free at the table. If you like pipes, if you like pipe tobacco, there's going to be special deals on that. Again, buy 2 tins, you get a third free. Anything that's on the table, and it's not. This is really good stuff that's going to be on the table. I'm really excited about it. So make sure you're here 9 to 9 on Black Friday to get some really good stuff.
Are we doing an episode Monday?
For Monday.
Monday during the event, probably not.
So there will be no episode next week?
Yeah, there won't be an episode next week because of the CFCF event.
Okay, I was thinking about it. I'm like, I don't have
Yeah.
a problem doing it, but I just thought, logistically it probably wouldn't work out.
Yeah, it would be the party, is going to be ending around the time we start, but it's going to be continuing on. So I think it's going to be a little bit hard to do something.
Unless
true.
we do it another day.
Yeah, we could.
Well,
figure
we'll
it
talk
out.
about that.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. But right now I'm thinking there probably won't be an episode next week.
Okay, cool.
All right. So what are you picking up with the cigar? How do you like the Zacapa with it? What's your take on this here, Nick?
The drink is adding a lot more sweetness to the cigar. And I kind of like it. And in the beginning, I didn't. So in the beginning, it was just like, man, okay. It's good. I'm a rum fan. It's good. It was really complimenting the cigar. Really nice. Added some more sweetness to it.
Mm-hmm.
The Zacapa, I was kind of like, well, it still tastes like rum. Still tastes like
Well,
Zacapa.
that's what Zacapa tastes.
I know, but I thought it was gonna bring out a little bit more character out of the rum. I keep wanting to say Scotch, but because I'm looking at Lefroy glass here. But then I smoked the glass. I smoked the rum,
Oh, I haven't done that yet.
and oh man, and I hate to say this, but umami. And I know Pat likes to say that when he's describing cigars, but man, it was like a peated rum or a peated Scotch. It was really, really interesting. It was really cool.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you, Dave, for the visual effects. Cigar God Dave gave us a little.
Oh, wow, that does make a big difference.
Yeah.
And,
That's like having almost like a peated Scotch in there with that.
Inquiring minds want to know, Nick, how many pairs of camo pants do you own?
A lot. Actually, only 2. I wear these quite often.
Yeah.
Because it's cold and they're fleece lined. So, yeah, that's the only pair. I only have 2 pairs and I wear them all the time because they're comfortable, and 2, they keep me warm.
Really?
Really. Got to acknowledge the other camera in the room. We have our cameraman, our mobile cameraman, Connor. That's going to be his new nickname, Cameraman Connor.
Connor McLeod.
Connor McLeod.
MC
From the
Connor.
Clan McLeod.
From the Clan Connor.
Who asked that question about my pants?
That was the Gar guy.
The Gar guy?
The Gar guy, yeah.
Ah. All right. Thank you for that question, Gar guy. Appreciate it.
Those are nice pants.
You know, you could hardly see, you can only see my upper torso. You can't really see my legs. So we're good. Did
So-
you smoke the glass?
No, they can see
Yes,
you.
they did.
They can see you like it's
And it
wide,
was
wide
fantastic.
camera angle. So.
But
their
so
TMEs
Dave,
up.
you brought something up there, Dave.
Oh, I see.
Dave.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is my pie in a pie pan. So you can't really see it, but the
I just want to
numbers of pie are all around.
I don't
the
know if I want to eat that
circumference.
on live station right now. I just want to eat. Just want to shove my face in there right now.
And we also have some ice cream to go with it. You know, the vanilla beans.
We'll enjoy that after the show.
Eddie's vanilla beans.
Because I would just want to stuff my face in it right now. Just,
That's what she said.
That's
I want to
just-
motorboat that pie.
It's just getting out of control, people. It's just getting out of control.
Is that apple pie?
Oh, my goodness. So Dave and I are actually getting together for Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Obviously.
Oh yeah, that's
to-
right. The last 20 minutes was Nick talking about.
I was talking about my pants.
Yeah.
I was talking about my pants. I was talking about the
Dave's
peacock.
going to be coming over to my place.
Yep.
We're picking up the mom. He's bringing over the boys. So his boys, my girls, cousins are all going to get together.
Lots of pie.
Turkey, ham. It's going to be a
Oh.
big
Oh.
meal.
It's gonna be
And
awesome.
we can smoke in my house, so that'll be
Even
nice.
plus. Yep.
Plus. Mandy will be at work, so there won't be anybody to complain about smoking in the house, which is even nicer.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. It'll
Oh.
be good. It'll be good. So, you were saying about what you were doing there for Thanksgiving?
It's gonna
You're
be
going
yep.
somewhere else?
No, we're going. So we're going to my grandmother-in-law's house. My wife's grandmother. She's gonna be hosting it at her house. All the in-laws are gonna be over there. Everybody's gonna be over there, and it's gonna be a great time. Not as much smoking as I'd like it to be, but I mean, that's
You gonna be able
okay.
to do any?
Probably not. Probably not.
Probably not.
Maybe we could probably get outside for maybe a small smoke, but I'll wait.
Gotta bring your dog walkers.
No, I don't have any dog walkers. What I'll do is
You have
I'll
time
wait.
to buy some.
True.
Yes. You do.
I will wait until I get home.
Some breakfast tacos.
Could be, yeah. Some breakfast tacos, some turkey tacos.
Turdunkins.
Yeah.
What is your obsession with that?
With
Have you had one?
Dunkins?
What?
A Turdunkin. The cigar.
No.
There's
Oh.
a cigar named
No.
that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yep. I had a pleasure of having one the other day. It was really good.
Turduncan.
Yeah.
That's what it's called?
I expected it to be absolute trash, and it was actually pretty surprisingly good.
Kind of like eating a Triduncan.
Oh, really? You're going to pick a Turduncan up? Where'd you get those? Because we don't have them here. Oh, up there.
Mm-hmm. At the 7-Eleven.
At the 7-Eleven across the street. That's where they have them in the. Oh, it is?
Mm.
Ah.
All right.
Awesome. So, Danny, what else do we have on the docket?
We have the 724 flashback.
Please play it. Yes. I love it.
724 flashback. A weekly segment highlighting historical events brought to you by 724 Cigars. Smoke a piece of history.
Absolutely unequal.
All right. And tonight's flashback actually references what would have been yesterday, the 19th, November 19th, which is the anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln delivering the Gettysburg Address.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Big day in history yesterday, the
Yeah.
19th. Given at the dedication ceremony of the Gettysburg National Cemetery, a little more than 4.5 months after the Battle of Gettysburg, which was the deadliest battle in the whole Civil War, Lincoln delivered that famous address. And I don't know if you guys know, you may or may not, but Lincoln was not billed as the highlight of that event. Did you know that?
No, who was the highlight?
The highlight was one of America's foremost orators and politicians of the time, Edward Everett.
Edward.
Who?
Edward
Everett.
Really?
He
Who
was
was he?
Well, he was a governor of Massachusetts.
Really?
He became Secretary of State. He was a lawyer. He taught at Harvard.
Whoa.
He was a Unitarian pastor in Boston.
Damn.
You know,
What
the guy
else?
did everything, and he literally had the reputation of being one of the best speakers in the entire country at the time.
Wow.
And he was the main speaker who delivered the quote-unquote Gettysburg Address, which he recited from memory.
Wow.
2 hours. 2 hours, 13,000 words from memory.
Wow.
And, now back then, that was people, there wasn't radio. There wasn't,
There was no internet.
You could talk for 2 hours, and if you were good, people would listen. He talked for 2 hours.
Wow.
And then there was a little hymn, and then President Lincoln got up, and all he was supposed to do was deliver a few remarks. He was kind of like I'm the president, I'm here, and I sign off on this cemetery kind of thing.
And what did he say after that? Could you even follow after that?
407 years ago. And his 2-minute, 271-word speech, which he delivered whilst looking like death because he had the smallpox at the time.
Ugh.
So people are looking at him, and they're like, you don't look good. And he delivers this off a paper that he had written on the train on the way down.
Yeah.
And that became known as the Gettysburg Address. It wasn't the address, but it became known as the address. And it went down in history as one of the greatest speeches in American history, one of the greatest English speeches in history. And the irony is, nobody really even knows what Edward Everett said. His talk is barely researched. Nobody knows what it is. But if you say 407 years ago today, you know exactly what you are quoting.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Wow.
That's
And
crazy.
so, just crazy nuts. So he got up, and then basically went to a friend's house and went to bed for the night, and then got on the train and went back home.
In Everett, Mass.
No, Lincoln is what I'm saying. He went back to,
Right.
the
I was talking
prison.
about Edward.
Lincoln, Nebraska.
Is that where he went back home? That's where he lived?
That's not where the president is probably. That's over.
So, Danny, before you continue,
Yeah.
in something like that, I know you said that he was also a pastor. for something like that, like would you be able to do that? Like, you're a pastor, would you be able to? Bye, Alex. Would you be able to, an hour, 2 hours before, going up in front of, your church and reciting something from memory like that?
No, I'm not very good at extemporaneous stuff.
Extemporaneous,
and I'm not very good at I was in. I've done acting, I've done drama and stuff like that. And I've memorized lines, but to recite something that's 2 hours, long, no. Even when I'm doing sermons today, I have it all written out. I don't read it, but I have it all written out, so if I lose if I'm like, oh, what's next? I can just look down at the paper. Oh yeah, there it is. And it just kind of keeps you going. But I find writing it out helps me think through what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm, kind of preparing myself that way. But for this dude to be able to speak, word for word what he wrote for 2 hours.
That's incredible.
Is amazing. And a lot of people today just don't have that talent.
No, it's most of the not politicians, but
I would say they're not even probably one of the smarter people on the planet at the time, and nobody really knew it because that sounds like
you gotta have some serious intelligence.
No, he was a serious dude, a political dude. He was all over the place, But
photographic memory, at least, man.
But
that's great.
Obviously, taught at Harvard. I mean, that was was big at that time. That was one of the most and then he was, the governor of Massachusetts. He became the Secretary of State. He was a senator for a while. This guy was no slouch. But it's funny that what he said, and even the fact that he was there, is not remembered. Who did the Gettysburg Address? Abraham Lincoln.
Right?
No, Abraham Lincoln gave the concluding remarks.
Wow.
To the whole thing. That's right. That's right. Yep, that's right. That's who it's named after. That's exactly right. Wow. So I thought while we were talking about Lincoln and everything, we could talk about a few Lincoln quotes.
Go ahead.
All right. Quotes from Abraham Lincoln, some of his best known quotes. And Abraham Lincoln was not like the best looking guy out there, right?
No, that's why he grew a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's one of his quotes.
He had a face for radio.
Yeah, I did.
Yes, that's true. There are no bad pictures. That's just how your face looks sometimes.
I agree. I totally agree with that.
That's very true there. All right.
I totally agree. Saying that from somebody coming from an era where they barely had any photographs.
Now, tell me if you have ever heard this phrase before, but I bet you didn't know it was Lincoln who said it and made it famous. You can fool some of the people all the time. All the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time.
I have heard that.
I have heard that.
I didn't know it was Lincoln.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's why he's president.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Here's another one. America will never be destroyed from the outside.
Yeah, I heard that.
If we falter and lose our freedoms, it will be because we have destroyed ourselves.
You know where I hear that now? I hear that now from politicians, from on both sides of the aisle.
Yes,
I hear that now from them, and it's like,
and they're invoking Lincoln when they do that.
Yep.
Invoke the Lincoln.
Yep. Here's another one that I think is really good. My best friend is a person who will give me a book I have not read.
I mean, yeah. I mean, your friends would do
know.
that.
I believe that you're going to be the same person, Nick, you are today, except for two things.
What's that, Danny?
The people you meet and the books you read.
Okay.
And considering who you are now, you better get reading.
I do audiobooks. I don't really I'm not a page turner, but I will definitely listen to.
I love listening to audiobooks. I do that in the car. It's
Yeah.
a great way to redeem the time.
Yeah, you smoke
Yep.
a cigar, you drive around, you listen to a couple audiobooks, you lose yourself, and
Yep.
yeah, listen to a lot of stuff about the CIA and Pentagon and DARPA and stuff like that. DARPA, yeah.
That leads maybe right into the last quote here, quote number 5.
Go.
And this is real interesting because I think it's very, very true. The philosophy of the schoolroom in one generation will be the philosophy of government in the next.
That's true. That's way true. I believe that.
No, we're screwed.
Yep. We're already screwed, man. That's why I'm hoarding chicken eggs right now, bro.
But Abraham Lincoln delivering the Gettysburg Address. That is our 724 flashback of the day.
You mean Everett's address?
He stole Everett's
again.
address.
You just
stole the credit
yeah,
from
exactly.
it.
You just handed it back to him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's now his speech is now referred to as the Gettysburg Address. So that whole 2-hour thing was just totally pushed to a little
That sucks.
footnote.
Now I want to know what he said.
Is there anything out there that
Oh yeah, and you can read it. You can go read it.
You can go read it.
Yep.
you didn't all your
15,000
research? You
all
didn't put
15
it. You didn't put it on there. You can
No.
say a couple lines.
Nope.
How dare you do it? After all this,
Doing
cares?
it
he did him dirty. He didn't
He's
even do
got
it
the
for
highway
justice.
going through Everett. I mean, that's all you need to know. I mean,
The
that's
Everett
right.
Turnpike. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, there you go.
Whatever, right?
So, what's the final thoughts here on the cigar?
Om nom.
Yeah, it's umami, man.
It's
I mean,
Aladino.
it's
It's
Aladino. It's damn good.
It's
I mean,
very,
it's
very good.
smooth. The rum kind of took me for a little bit of a ride, a little bit of a whirl, left turn
A
ish,
little bit of a rye.
a little bit, but it was good. I mean, I was really
The
hoping.
rum or the cigar?
No, the rum. The cigar I love. I've had this before. This is a great cigar. The sweetness, the spice, the earth, that nuts in there. It's almost like a buttery, nutty taste in there. It's
Yeah,
really nice.
buttered nuts.
It's coming through. But the rum, I mean, it's. I want to like it.
thinking-
I want to like it a lot.
Wow.
The rum itself is good, but the pairing, I'm not a fan of.
Okay.
Honestly.
Dave,
I thought it was all right. You know,
the cigar, the pairing.
the pairing is all right.
The
But
pairing
the
was all right.
cigar is good.
Cigar's
cigar's
good.
No,
It's good. It's good.
yeah,
Smoking good.
Yeah, smoking good.
Yeah.
Smoking real good, Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the cigar.
I like the
I like it
cigar
a lot. I think it's something a little bit different from Aladino.
Oh yeah.
This is replacing the Corojo Reserva number 4, their Corona,
Yeah.
as their
okay.
special release of the year. And this is a very different animal from that.
It is. I mean, the Corojo Reserva has way more spice, way more must in there,
Way more body.
way more body. This is kind of like almost like a lighter version of that, a little bit.
It really plays off the sweetness though in the Honduran tobacco,
Yeah.
and that baking spice is really there. I really enjoy it.
See, that's the thing that I think that I don't like about the pairing is because on the cigar in itself, it's beautiful. You get all of the fixings. It's like sitting down at a Thanksgiving dinner, and you're getting everything. You're getting the stuffing, you get the white breast turkey, you're getting dark turkey, you're getting everything. You're getting everything. When you got the rum in there, for me, it mutes that cedar sweetness that I love so much in this.
Yeah, yeah.
It mutes it because of the sweetness of that rum, and actually that rum is not even that sweet. I've had other rums out there
They're sweeter, sure.
that are sweeter. There's more of that cane sugar in there, that molasses taste, and that's not even that bad. And it's a really good smooth rum, but it mutes that cedar sweetness that I really love about Aladino stuff.
All right. Well, let's switch over to our pipe
Pipeys.
pipe tobacco.
We're gonna pipe it.
And this week we are doing the sliced black twist from Gawith Hoggarth, and from the websites at Loud DC Distribution Group, who is the exclusive distributor of this. in the U.S., it says kind of started, and I kind of combined the Black Irish X with what they say about the slice because it's the same thing. It's just sliced. Manufactured according to age-old processes. And by age-old, they mean like hundreds of years. Gawith Hoggarth and Company's Black Irish X offers pressed and blackened Virginia leaf, hand-spun into a traditional rope form. While all of Gawith Hoggarth and Company's rope-cut tobaccos are robust, because the leaf is partially cooked, Black Irish X provides a mellower smoke than the stronger Brown Irish X, making it the perfect blend to recommend to customers unfamiliar with rope tobaccos. Gawith and Hoggarth's Black Twist features the same traditional blend of blackened Virginia rope sliced into coins for easier preparation. And if you follow the podcast at all, you know that a few weeks ago we did this sliced Brown X on the show. And
used all of our fluid and flints.
we opened up the box and smoked it right out of the box in the pipe, and it was very, very difficult to keep it lit. The flavors were great, but it was a lot of work.
Yeah, it was.
And I have found that to be true with Gawith Hoggarth tobaccos, that they are right out of the box, right out of the bag, right out of the whatever, very, very wet. And they take some significant drying time. So today I took an ounce of the sliced Black X, Black Twist, and dried it most of the day. So hopefully we're going to have a little bit more of an enjoyable experience. Yeah. So the Black Irish X, once the ropes are all spun together, it's actually dunked in olive oil.
Really?
And then it's baked.
Interesting.
And that blackens the tobacco, and the olive oil kind of smooths out some of the flavors and things. And that baking process releases some of the tar and nicotine, which is why they say it's a lighter tobacco. To me, Black Irish X is more of a full body tobacco than the brown.
I agree.
But it does not have as
nicotine.
much nicotine as the brown because it's not as because the brown is not as processed as the black.
But the flavor is like a 12.
But yeah,
It's insane.
to me, smoking this is like smoking burnt ends.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's got a very barbecue kind of aroma to it.
Yeah.
When you're, from the tin note, and then when you smoke it, it's just, there's nothing like this stuff. And this is one of the reasons I wanted to do this week on the Thanksgiving show was because, when you've had a big dinner, full, rich, you want something to
Complement it.
complement that and be able to stand up to all the flavors that you've had.
Oh, yeah.
And to just kind of be your decadent dessert. And I think the Aladino does that well.
Yeah.
I really think this pipe tobacco does that well, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that spice in there. Oh, my God. There's a spice. There's like a charry note, like you would have, like some really crazy brisket,
Brisket.
Sausage rope.
A little sausage rope.
You know it's good because we aren't talking.
Oh, it
That's
is.
true, man. I mean,
It's
this is so good, man.
It's such like a nice spiced meat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It really is kind of like a, what am I trying to think of?
makes me salivate. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby.
Umami to the core.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it for me, when he's on the show and he describes cigars as umami, it really makes me cringe. And it's like, umami? Like,
Oh, mommy.
I know that's like a technical term now, but I mean,
it's just damn good. Can people just say that? It's just damn good.
Savory.
It's like
Savory.
beef jerky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like smoking beef
It's
jerky.
like having a Slim Jim.
they're damn good, man. It is so good.
Well, it's much better than a Slim Jim.
Snap into it. Snap into it, Slim Jim.
That's like poor man's jerky. I mean, that's
What's poor man's jerky?
Slim Jim.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not even considered jerky. I mean, how can you
It's a
consider
beef
that
stick.
jerky? It's a
Yeah,
beef stick.
yeah.
That's it. It got made really famous from Macho Man Randy Savage, and I mean, he got very, very rich off of that because they sold a lot. They are in every store, every Walmart, every bodega, everywhere.
I remember
Everywhere.
when Eli just started working at McDonald's, one of the first things he bought
Was it Slim Jim?
was a box
Box of Slim
of
Jim.
Slim Jims. The big, huge, like
I
2
mean-
foot long ones. And
I
it was-
mean-
and it was like the sweet red chili ones. It took us like a month to eat them all.
Oh no!
It would have took me an afternoon.
Smoke your glass,
I'm gonna right now.
and you tell me what happens. It's tasty.
Is it a divine
It's divine.
It's divine inspiration? No, intervention.
Oh,
Both? Would it be both?
It's really good. It's really, really good. Oh. So, as you guys are smoking the glass and getting ready for that, what are some of the things that you're what are some of the tobaccos and cigars that you would say you're most thankful for this year?
Everything that Mr. Eric Stokeby makes, I'm thankful for. He makes some great
Yes, he does.
tobaccos.
Great tobacco, great pipes, fourth gen
Yep.
pipes. Yep.
You have a favorite of his?
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, it's so much better.
You're talking about smoking the glass. For a minute, I thought you
Oh.
were talking about Eric Stokeby.
That, too. I mean, he's awesome. I mean, doing that, I mean, brings a whole different dynamic to that rum. Mm-hmm. Oh, Jesus.
See, I told you. It's really
Oh.
amazing what smoking the glass does to that rum.
But, yeah, I mean, Fortune Tobacco.
Oh, and what it does to the smoke.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It gives it more body without taking away from the flavor.
yeah. It just adds more flavor.
Yeah.
The flavor just went whoop,
Yeah. It's like
from like a 12 to a 13.
it kind of took the spice down another level, but the sweetness and
Yeah.
that meatiness it just
Sweet meat.
went to another level, baby. So yes, I mean, 410 stuff. I mean,
Night Slice.
Night Slice. I'm a big fan of the Petey Kentucky.
Petey, Kentucky.
That-
Yeah, you love that.
That Petey Kentucky, man, is so good. I love that. Everybody that comes in, I recommend that. I'm like, oh,
That's
no, no,
good
no.
stuff.
I'm like, no. You gotta have that. If you want 4gen, you gotta have Petey Kentucky. I mean, the Balkan blends. I mean, I'm a big English guy now. I love the Balkan blends. I love some good Latakias. I mean, Father John has been giving me the skiff mixture. He gave me the skiff mixture, which is a really interesting.
Samuel Gawith. Yep.
Yeah, Samuel Gawith. I mean, that's a really good one. Then the Balkan Supreme from Marengo. That's really awesome. But, I mean, I keep going back to the Fortune stuff. I mean, a lot of that Fortune stuff, you know, the afternoon melange. I mean, talk about
That's a great English
talk
blend.
about walking around English. And don't get me wrong, our 724 blends, the English one, the Dexter.
Yeah, the Dexter Secret.
The Dexter one is
Dexter's freaking
fantastic.
phenomenal.
It's absolutely fantastic. But that afternoon melange, I mean, that takes the cake every time.
It's like a lighter version of it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so beautiful. That's a good walking around English. And a lot of Englishes are stronger towards the end of the night, like nightcap, right?
Yeah.
It's towards the end of the day that you're all done and you just kind of want to relax, and that'll get you going.
I'm
But-
thankful for Steamworks.
Steamworks. You like
I
Steamworks tobacco?
I blew through 2 tins of that, man.
Stuff is freaking retardedly good.
Dude, I blew two tins of that stuff, man. Back to back. I couldn't stop smoking
We
it.
sold through that stuff quick.
Oh yeah, man.
Yep.
I mean, Jeremy Reeves, come on, dude. You're dealing with
That was a small batch too, so that's
Yeah.
gone, right?
yeah.
it's
You're
gone.
dealing with a
I
Jedi
have
master.
I have like a bowl left, man. I'm so upset right now.
You're dealing with a Jedi master
Yep.
when you're dealing with C&D, and he doesn't blend just for C&D, right? Does he blend for some other companies too?
Yeah, he does. He's the guy behind the Briarworks tobacco blends.
Okay, yeah.
And of course, he blends our stuff.
Yes,
the
yes.
Briary blends for 724. But let's see, and I don't know that he blends.
Does he do
But he does the recipes for
Seattle?
no, for GLPs.
Okay, yes.
And he oversees that, and for oh my gosh.
Well, what's
Why
what's the
am I
difference between a
Captain
recipe and a
Earl's?
blend?
Like if somebody else blends it and makes the recipe and says, "Here, Jeremy, make it." I mean, he'll make it
Oh, okay.
according to the recipe.
according to the recipe.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So, like Captain Earl's blends. I don't know how much he's behind those. Greg Pease makes his stuff, and maybe he makes it working with newer blends anyway. Maybe he makes the newer blends working with Jeremy Reeves, but it's Pease who's doing it, and then says, "Okay, do it like this," and that's what he does.
Yeah.
For us, for the 724 Briary blends, we asked him to come up with ideas based on this idea. So, we're looking for a nice, dark, sweet, peppery Virginia Perique blend. What can you do? And he came up with a bunch of different options, and Queen City is the one we settled on. And I can't stop smoking that stuff.
Queen City.
I just want us to have a straight up freaking off the hook, sweet Virginia. Like the one with the Canadian leaves with the sugar content's like 26.
Well, what was the Virginia that we had on the show with the hacks? What was that? What
That was
the tobacco?
Laurel Heights.
Oh
from
my
GLP.
God!
That was
Brother.
really, really good.
I wish you would have here. You need to get it. You need to get it because it was damn good. I mean, the hacks were smoking it.
Steamworks
These-
is like the,
No,
Steamworks is
don't get me wrong. Steamworks is good. Like I said, I went through 2 tins of that.
Steamworks,
But
baby.
I mean,
That
Laurel
it's like
Heights?
Steamworks.
Laurel
you got
Heights.
Steamworks, and then you got like freaking esoteric is Tilbury. I mean, those are the
yeah,
the two best Virginias. Well, now there's 3. You got Carolina Red Flake, just the regular one.
that's a good one.
Those 3 are like, ah.
Laurel Heights is a good second if you can't get Carolina Red Flake.
Yeah.
And if you don't like dealing with flakes, you can get that nice, deep, rich, darker Virginia flavor from the Laurel Heights.
Another
It's very
really good one is Aaron Moore.
Yeah,
Oh,
You good for them?
Yeah.
What about cigars? What kind of cigars are you thankful for?
all of them.
all of them.
Frankly, right now, I'm very thankful for the Matapa Maduro. That's a fantastic.
You know what I really
Fantastic.
enjoy?
That's it. That is really
The Red Anchor Gunner.
Yeah,
The Gunner
The
is
Gunner is really good.
is unbelievable. The other two, but the Gunner is like its own. It doesn't even taste like the other two. It doesn't.
No, it's true,
doesn't.
man.
It doesn't.
It's-
you know,
you could even consider it a different blend.
It's sneaky. I freaking love that. And the new Christoph that we got for the PCA, not the Trace,
The Nicaraguan.
the
The Nicaraguan. That'd be the other one
the Nicaraguan. Yeah.
that has a red band on it.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the
Reddish,
Nicaraguan.
yeah.
That's a damn good one too. I mean,
Yeah.
and I'm probably gonna beat Danny to the punch with this one.
Papasaka.
I love the Papa Saka.
I will probably beat Danny to the punch on this one and say Padrones. I mean,
Can't complain about that.
you can't.
Can't
I mean,
disagree with that.
as many
Roma
cigars
Craft.
that we have downstairs. I
Roma.
mean, Roma Crafts, Tatuajes,
Volstead
Drew
right
Estate
there, baby.
stuff. I mean, the Perdomo stuff. I mean, Cigar God Dave did me a solid today. I'm gonna throw it out here. He hooked me up with a 30th anniversary Perdomo, and that's why I call him Cigar God Dave, because he's a god to me. But I mean, with all the stuff, I mean, the 724 Factory 57s, I mean, the Christophs, the Vengeance, the Pistoffs, the 25th anniversary San Andreas,
yeah.
that's for the shop. I mean, the Lovocata. The
We got Vocadas in?
We've had Vocadas in, bro. Where you been, bro?
We
You
need
were,
some
that's right. You were
Vocadas.
at the Tool concert.
Oh my gosh, I haven't had a Vocada.
Come first.
Dude, that's my favorite LFD.
Well, brother,
Oh my gosh.
we'll settle up after the show. I have one register that I gotta cash out. So, I mean the Vocadas, I mean the Maximus from JC Newman.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on, the street tacos.
Street tacos, yeah.
Come on, man. I mean the ESG,
The Aladino Classic.
Aladino Classic, ESG from Ashton. I mean, that's one of my favorite Ashtons right there. Beautiful smoke. I mean, but all of the cigars that we have downstairs, which are, I mean, the Matapa, the Olmec.
Yeah,
I mean, even the little Firecracker Wiseman Maduro. That's
You
a
like that
banger.
too? Yeah.
That's a bang, $9 banger. That thing smokes for 40 minutes. I timed it, and that thing is like 3.5 inches.
3.5 inches. Yep.
But yeah, I mean, all the cigars that we have downstairs. I mean, the Padrones. I mean, you get into a Padrone, a good one. Me, it would be the 1926s.
Yeah.
You get into a good 1926, and I'm sorry, you're in heaven for 2 hours. If you smoke it right, you're in heaven for 2 hours, bro.
A sip every 5 minutes.
I don't care. I mean, I learned now. I remember the first couple of Padrones that I kind of had when I was first got here, and I was like, oh, I'll smoke some Padrones, yeah. And I mean, I was blowing through them. I was like, this is not worth it for me. Like, I was like, no way. I'll have an LFD, or I'll go to Foundation, or I'll get Drew Estate or something. But I mean, I kind of slowed down a little bit. But yeah, I mean, that having a 1926, even a number 2 or a number 1 or a 48 or something, I mean, it's 2 hours of heaven right there, brother.
Yeah.
I can't forget about my La Aroma de Cuba Robusto.
Yeah.
I smoke one every single morning with a cup of coffee.
Connecticut Broadly, baby.
Yep. So good.
What else are you guys thankful for this year? Generally speaking.
Generally speaking, I'm honestly, you guys might laugh at this one, but I'm grateful that all my chickens are alive.
Speaking of alive, I'm grateful that, my health, I wasn't in the hospital this year. That's, it's good.
Knock on wood, baby.
Different from last year. Yeah.
Yeah, you got COVID last year, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, what did you do the year before?
I think, it was probably both years, but I think last year I was hospitalized. Yeah.
Yabba.
Yep.
But yeah,
Good night.
I mean, if we're talking about cigars, I'm grateful for all the companies that are out there that are producing cigars, and they're staying true to the consumer of just making great cigars for consumers, making great cigars and keeping up with that year after year after year after year. I mean, Perdomo's been doing it since the beginning. I mean, their lines are so consistent. I mean, Aladino's just, not jumped in, but I mean, they take really good pride in their consumer base. I mean, CLE, even Kurt with 724, he's very, very consumer based.
Fantastic.
Very, very consumer based. He wants everybody from any type of level to smoke his stuff, and it shows in his product.
Yep.
Very, very good, very, very good cigars. I mean, I am grateful for every company that takes it serious. That looks at retailers and takes care of the retailers and takes care of the consumer and says, you know what? Yeah. We need to keep up with the product and with the quality of the product. So you guys can have something to smoke. And same thing goes with GLP, with Samuel Gawith and I keep getting it, Gawith and Hoggarth. You know what I mean? And thankful for Kaz being here and representing all those
Thankful
companies.
for Kaz.
Thankful for Kaz. Kaz, I said it first, baby.
He said it first.
But I am very grateful for everybody on both sides, man. And I'm grateful for, every I know this might be going on a rant, but even a little bit. Yeah, I got like another 2 minutes. But another, all the retailers up in New Hampshire, man. I mean, they're holding it down, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, they're giving, they're keeping the industry alive. All the retailers out there, including us, keeping it alive, keeping the industry alive. Keeping that craft alive, keeping, the community alive. What we represent here.
Yeah.
We're doing it without even knowing it.
For me, it would be dark bird's eye.
Oh,
I don't think I can go through a day without smoking some dark bird's eye and having a good, strong cup of coffee.
Oh, yeah.
That's just fantastic. My GLPs, Cumberland and Barbary Coast. Those three things I'm enjoying almost all the time. We mentioned two cigars that are relatively new that I love, the Matapa from Foundation and also the Olmec. Those two cigars.
Foundation is
Nick just does such a great job with that.
Yeah, it does.
I'm excited to try the Perdomo 30th. Twins is going to be one of just two retailers in New Hampshire that have them. I think we're one of two stores in New England that has them.
Yep.
It's a great privilege for that. The Volstead that Roman Craft came out with.
Yeah.
Loving it. And like you said, Nick, Padron.
I mean, how could you not be thankful for those guys?
I love the Padron, and it was great getting one of those pumpkin cigars from KC, the Pumpkin Reserva, at the show that they did here last week, and just enjoying that this past Sunday. Getting a little soak time in the hot tub. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing like being able to sit and relax with a cigar or a pipe, and just it just helps so much with everything.
My hot tub is in my bathroom, so it's just a hot tub, so I can't enjoy a cigar in my bath, unfortunately.
My hot tub's out on the screened-in porch.
Yeah, it is. Lucky man you are.
Yep.
I'll have to come over, and it'll be two
would
bears
be
in a
weird.
pool.
Yeah,
It'll be
Not just bubbling smoke.
Not just bubbling smoke. It's gonna be. We're gonna start a new podcast, me and Danny, called Two Bears in a Pool.
Well, on that note, oh my gosh! But those are some of the cigars and pipes I'm thankful for. I'm really grateful for Twins. What a great place to work.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
work with great people. The team here is great. We've gone through a lot of transition recently with.
Yeah.
But
We always recover.
We seem to just attract awesome people.
Yeah, the new guys.
And
I
the
mean,
new guys are
they
turning
have.
out to be great.
Yeah, absolutely. They're developing their. I see that they're kind of developing themselves. They're developing their retail character, and it's kind of like watching kids grow up and kind of learn new things and get that thing that they're good at, and they stick with it, and they just keep going with it. Yeah. So, which I'm surrounded by guys that have kids, and I don't have kids.
You got dogs.
I
That's
got
the next
dogs.
closest
I got
thing.
dogs and chickens. I got animals. So, Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah, baby.
Fun watching them learn. But what are you grateful for again? Stuff.
Stuff. Yeah.
Stuff.
I'm
Tool.
grateful for things. Grateful I'm not in the hospital.
Yeah.
That also. Yes.
Grateful for Tool.
Very grateful for Tool.
Yep. Very grateful for that. Yep. Grateful that my car's still running.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yep.
I knock on wood with that because, I mean, these days, this day and age, man. I mean,
So what's the final thoughts here on the sliced black twist?
it's damn good.
It's beautiful meat. To quote Paul.
Was this a lot easier to keep lit?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, the Monday was last Monday with Dave and Nurse Rick. I mean, it was for me. It was. Oh no, that was the 2 Mondays ago.
Yep.
2 Mondays ago.
Yeah.
That was just. It was not cool. I was not happy at all.
Well, I was very frustrated.
Yeah, I was not happy. Last week's episode was great. That was fun. That was real fun.
So if you give this the right drying time,
Yeah,
it's really enjoyable.
absolutely.
But you really have to do that. You really have to. And that's maybe the one thing about this tobacco. You have to plan ahead, like way ahead.
Like, let it sit out for a week. Let it get good and dry. Just take it out on a Monday so you can smoke it on a Friday.
Well,
That's my philosophy
Maybe
on
not
that.
that serious, but,
Nope.
definitely in the morning if you plan on having it that night.
Nope.
You know,
Don't listen to Danny. He's wrong. He's wrong.
That's what we did with this.
He's wrong.
That's what
No,
we did
we
with this.
nuked it. We put it in a microwave. We got a full disclosure. We had it out. It was probably still wet, and he mic'd it. So technically, that's drying it out for 4 days. So listen to
It
me.
was 20 seconds in the microwave.
That's 4 days. That's an
20
estimation of 4 days. That's nuclear energy that's in that thing. We're smoking.
We had to scientifically alter this stuff to make
Yes.
it smokable. Today.
So that means we had to speed up the decomposing process.
the drying process.
Yes.
Whatever. It's the same thing.
Thank you.
Not the decomposing.
It's
process.
decomposing. You're drying it out. It's killing it. So it's decomposing.
Oh my gosh.
That's it. That's all the show we have for you tonight.
Yep.
Happy Thanksgiving from us.
And that's not just blowing smoke.
Stay smoky, my friends.
Oh, pickle.
You've been listening to Not Just Blowing Smoke, the podcast that brings the wealth of knowledge, expertise, and fun of Twins Smoke Shop, New England's premier smoke shop, right to you, wherever you are, whenever you want it. You can find us at our website, notjustblowingsmoke.com, and keep in touch with us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram at Not Just Blowing Smoke. Thanks for listening, everybody. And that is Not Just Blowing Smoke.
Rolling with the top down, smoking on a fast cigar.